guy about music, and he suddenly starts asking, oh, when is your birthday? Oh, when is this happening? Oh, how old are you? All of that, I get it. Okay, bro. You're trying to cross the line. So at that very moment, I stop the conversation. I'd be like, no. You rather keep it to music or you do not talk at all.
So what's good, you guys? My name is Harsh and this is the second episode of The Visionaries. So we have a very special guest with us and she's an amazing singer, songwriter, an amazing human being and also excellent at studies. I don't know how. And she's a very dear friend of mine and the most ambitious human being I've ever met. Presenting to you Saundarya Wankhende. So Saundarya, I will talk about your music career later on the podcast. But first, I want to talk to Saundarya, a girl of the 21st century. What is her perspective about love, dating, and like what goes through in her mind when she talks to boys?
My perspective on love and dating is something that it's very not exactly vague, but what I feel it's not needed right now. Like right now, I just want to finish my degree, my masters, get a job, get a life, basically, and then actually think of finding someone. I really do not look forward to anything of that sort. And what goes in my mind when I talk to guys is, first thing is that I sense very quickly what the person is trying to convey. For an example, I'm talking to a guy about music and he suddenly starts asking, oh, when is your birthday? Oh, when is this happening? Oh, how old are you? All of that, I get it. Okay, bro. You're trying to cross the line. So at that very moment, I stop the conversation. I'd be like, no. You rather keep it to music or you do not talk at all. And it's just that me sensing that is the guy trying to get to know me, trying to flirt, or trying to get into other means than just talking. That's
You're very sensible, I see. And so, like, see, lockdown is going on right now, and like, boys and girls are communicating a lot on social media. So, there might be like boys sliding into your DMs as well. So, like, what kind of text do you get?
um, gladly, I should say. I do not really have guys sliding into my DMs right now. I mean, this used to happen like 2-3 years ago. There were a lot of creeps in my DMs, but now it's more like appreciation. A lot of people have been liking what I've been posting, my music covers, and all of that stuff. So I've been getting appreciation for that. I've been getting questions of where I live. When I've clearly mentioned in my Instagram bio that I'm from Mumbai, people still keep on asking me where I'm from. So
Does that annoy you? Does those
it does sometimes. I mean, okay, if you want to talk to a new person, you generally would read their bio, you would go through their posts. When I have a public profile, you would go through my post, you would at least read my bio is hardly 4 lines, you know and I really wish people understood that. They wouldn't even come up with questions.
So you want boys to be very well prepared about yourself before they start talking.
Why not?
Okay. So you are not like currently looking for someone, are you?
I'm not looking for anyone. I'm looking forward to understand myself. I have been not able to discover my own self till now. Why would I want to discover someone else?
You might be having like types. Like what type of a boy do you like?
So it's a very, I wouldn't say it's a complicated question, but this was back in the 8th grade when my friends were asking me, oh, if you were to ever date a guy, how would he look like? What would he be like? So that is one thing, that's one notion that I have, and it has evolved over the years. So for me, it's more like a 70-30 ratio. So like 70% of how the guy is, as a person in nature, and 30% depends upon how he looks, because no matter how much anyone says, or looks don't matter, they somehow matter to me. At least that person needs to have a better self-concept. Okay, so today when I'm sitting here for this podcast, I make sure that I'm looking presentable, because this is something very professional. This is going out, the world will watch this. So I have to have a better self-concept of myself. Self-concept is the same thing. uh,
So preparation comes here also. a very well prepared guys.
Yeah, everywhere, dude. You have to be prepared for everything in life. If you talk about nature, the first thing that I will ever look into a guy who I would like to date is compatibility. If the person is not compatible with me, I am not looking forward to date that person. You can call me blunt or whatever, but the person really needs to be compatible with me. Like, that person needs to be a crazy ass musician like I am. Music taste is so important. If that person does not have the same,
Oh, so he needs to be a musician. He needs to be a musician. What if he's not? What if he's not? And you like him?
yes. What if he's not? He needs to have a really good music taste. There is something that overpowers him not being a musician. If I like that guy, you know. But if not, I definitely want a musician guy. No one else, please. It would be great if he's taller than I am. Has specs, has beard, stuff like that. That's another aspect of the kind of guy I'd like.
Someone like Arijit Singh with beard.
Not in. He's out of my league. He's way too talented for me. But yeah, nice example.
To elaborate on the point when you like stop a conversation with the boy, like you just like ab nahi.
The person straight up gets, yeah, he straight up gets very creepy. Like he's talking very much off the topic. That's exactly what I mentioned.
As in,
Supposing I'm talking to someone, oh, what are you planning to take up as a degree college, or which college are you preferring to go in, and that person is like, yeah, I want to go to this college because, it has amazing, I've heard that college has hot girls in that college and the teachers are also really good, something which is very vague and very off the topic, which is not necessary to be mentioned. I'm like, bhai, it's your need to have hot girls in your life, not mine. Mujhe kyun bata rahe ho? Something like that. Exactly what I said. If the person is talking anything off the topic, which is not needed at the moment, like you're talking about math to the person or philosophy or life, and that person suddenly goes like, bro, I'm bored. Bro, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मैं क्या करूँ. Bro, okay, can you please help me out? I feel so embarrassed. Like, listen, I am not a rehabilitation center. You're not supposed to. I mean, I'm not saying कि तुम्हें अपने जिंदगी के दुख शेयर नहीं करने चाहिए, but I'm not the person to do that for you, right? For any person, that matter of fact, unless until we're good friends. If the person is creepy, if the person is trying to give me wrong signals into anything else, I straight up stop talking to people. And सबसे important, this happened with me recently. Someone tried to get my number through a friend without asking my permission and started texting me on WhatsApp. Yes.
what?
Texting me on WhatsApp. Yes. And I wasn't cool with that. So that is straight up being creepy. I blocked the person. Case khatam.
That's weird, and that's creepy as hell.
That's exactly. That's when you stop talking to guys.
So, since you live in Mumbai, people who live in Mumbai have big dreams because it's called the city of dreams. So, like, the one thing which is like very fascinating about Mumbai is the music industry and the Bollywood industry. So, like, what is the process of getting into it, and like, how do people hustle for that? And I want to add to this question that if an outsider wants to get into this industry without knowing anything, so what is the things which he has to go through? What are the things which he has to go through?
I would say that music industry and Bollywood industry are slightly different. Okay, so if a person, be it an outsider or an insider, wants to get into the Bollywood industry, you have to start somewhere else. Like, if you're aiming to sing, playback singing and all of the songs, then you have to have that talent. You need to have those contacts, and you need to make a lot of compromise that a lot of independent artists are not ready to make. Like in today's music industry, if you listen to artists who are singing songs for playback singing purposes, they have to sing according to the music director, right? Which is not doing justice to what they feel as an artist. And on the other hand, when they themselves are releasing their own songs or their own singles or their own albums, they are doing justice to their own art by creating what they feel. You know what I mean? And if you talk about the music industry, then the indie music scene get to know new artists. Even if it's an outsider, they really need to go out, attend gigs, attend all the shows that are happening around in the city, make contacts. That's so huge. You need to learn how to market yourself. No matter how talented you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many views, likes, comments you have on your entire page and stuff, if you do not know how to market your work yourself, it's not gonna work. Because in today's industry, music is not just an art form. People are treating it like business. You know, they are being signed up by labels, they are being signed up by management companies, and management companies kya kar rahe hain? They're just marketing their whole songs and their entire albums and shows. That's how they get booked. That's how they're traveling and doing shows. You know. So an outsider will definitely get tricked by a lot of people. People will sense that outsider to be very innocent, and they will take that person for granted. So they have to be really, 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 really strong to get into the industry, because it's very cruel. Some people are really bad, and you'll meet some great people, some really worse people. That's all I'll say.
So have you seen people giving up on this because of this cruelty and all you're talking about?
Because the ones who cannot sustain it, the ones who cannot bear the pain, they're not able to be here. They're not able to. They give up, they go back to their own cities, or they just take up some other job and continue to live here. It's a tough industry to be in.
Okay. So I know that you want to be a musician, you want to go into the music industry, but I want to ask you, like, do you want to be an independent artist or like signed to labels? Because right now, this is the very big question.
An independent artist, for sure, any day. Being signed by a label, I'll tell you, because being signed by label is majorly something that you are in a contract with them for a particular period of years. You have to do shows and gigs, everything under their assistance. You're not allowed to do gigs, and you're not allowed to produce songs and put it out on your own, because you're in the contract with the company. More than that, the company will take a large share of your earnings from whatever song you put out. That's the major fallback, major throwback kya hota hai, major shortcoming of being signed by a label company. On the other hand, if you're an independent artist, okay, so if I'm an independent artist tomorrow, I can go record anywhere in the studio. I can record at my home if I have a good setup. I can put it out on any other streaming platform like Spotify, Jio Saavn, wherever you want to put it, and have entire shares of it. I can, if I know marketing well, if I know digital marketing, or if I have people who are ready to do it for me, then that shouldn't be a problem at all. I mean, for an example, in today's date, Pratik Gohad is one of the independent artists in India, in the indie music scene and in India as well. There are many others, but Pratik Gohad is like out there. Everyone knows about him, and hence I took his name.
So, one last question to you is that where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Good question. 20 years from now, that's a long time. I would say doing a job that makes me feel satisfied, number one. Number two, having a way better lifestyle that I have right now. Being able to provide my family with the best that I can do for them. Doing a job in the media field. I'm still trying to figure out what, but in the media field for sure. And music will always be like a side career of mine. I'll keep on putting out music. I'll keep on creating content. I'll keep on being a musician, but not as my full-time career. That would be like a side career, something that I do for fun. Yeah.
So at the end, Saundarya, can you sing a song for our lovely audience out there?
Do you want me to get my guitar? Wait, let me think of a song. Okay. I'll sing a little snippet of the song called Sham by Nikhil D'Souza. It's one of my favorite songs.
Even mine.
You have a great music taste. Not everyone knows that song. शाम भी कोई जैसे है नदी लहर लहर जैसे बह रही है कोई अनकही कोई अनसुनी बात धीमी धीमी कह रही है कहीं ना कहीं जागी हुई है कोई आरज़ू कहीं ना कहीं खोए हुए से है मैं कि बम 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 तारा तारा है खामोश तुम कि बम 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 तारा तारा है मदहोश तुम गुमसुम है ये फिजाएं क्या कहती है सुनती है ये निगाहें गुमसुम है ये फिजाएं है ना
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. That was very good. Very good. I hope you achieve all the successes and the goals in your life. And thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in, Saundarya. That was an amazing session with you. It was a great talk. And see you again, guys, in the next podcast, in the third episode. Thank you.